I waited for a really sunny day to start shearing, and I only have 2 sheep that I can shear, so I knew I could take my time and not really stress about how hard it was going to be or how long it was going to take. I was just going to take my time and try not to mess up and try not to ruin these fleeces that these sheep had spent months growing. And I tried to touch base with lots of different people who mess around with fiber and try to get advice ahead of time. But I still had no idea what I was doing by the time I had the sheep walking back to the house. And I was just going to wing it, and I watched a couple YouTube videos and could not even begin to attempt the Australian shearing technique that everyone was demonstrating online. So I just winged it, and I'm really glad that I didn't pressure myself into trying some technique that I'd never even seen done in front of me, let alone had someone to guide me through. The Australian technique requires flopping the sheep around and putting it on its back, and it is definitely more efficient and less time consuming, but I wasn't really worried about that. And both of my sheep are really calm, so I just let them stand there while I sheared them, and it was the first time they had been sheared either. So none of us knew what we were doing. It was magical. I feel silly saying that, but that's how it felt. I didn't expect to feel such a connection to what I was doing. I couldn't have imagined. All I'd ever heard from other people was how hard it was and how much it hurt your body. And this is gonna sound really cheesy, but I cried while I was shearing them. And I don't know, I couldn't tell why at the time it was such a powerful experience for me. But I talked with other people afterwards, other farmers or fiber artists, and they all kind of said the same thing. One friend said that when she sits down to weave, and she only weaves with her own hand-spun stuff, and just that whole experience of knowing your farmer or knowing the animal it came from and caring for it, to then making something out of it, is a really profound experience. And she said that every time she sits down to weave, she feels like all of her grandmothers throughout time are with her. And hearing her say that, I don't know, it really resonated with me, and I was like, that's the feeling I had when I was shearing. I just felt like I wasn't doing it by myself. And another friend said that she also felt like a very strong ancestral connection